Hello, everyone. My name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking Reading to Write by Stephen King. Now, before I go into summary analysis of this work, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment so that the channel can continue to grow. Now, in this work by Stephen King, we're talking about reading. We're talking about, you know, if you want to be a great writer, if you want to be a writer, you need to read endlessly. You need to read without stopping. You need to read religiously. You need to read passionately. Stephen King, throughout this essay, he carefully and clearly tells you that he wouldn't be who he is if he didn't read. He tells us that he reads 70 to 80 books a year. Personally, I would say I read 40 to 50 books a year. Mix that in with some essays, some short stories, some other periodicals, some history books. But I don't think I reach 70 to 80. That's a lot of books. But Stephen King, he is another monster. He really gets into it. He's really passionate about that. And he's right what he says within this essay. With the books that I read constantly, I see that my writing improves when I read a lot. I know how to make my characters better. My characters are not flat. My characters, they have more human emotions and you can follow them better. You can root for them better. And that's what Stephen King is trying to say throughout this whole essay is that if you want to be a great writer, if you want to be a writer, if you want to invest in yourself, if you want to, just write and just write great texts, you have to read no matter what. It doesn't matter where you are. He tells us how to do this. It can be in short pockets. It can be in big pockets. What I mean by that is if you have a little bit of time, try to read in that little bit of time. If you want to read longer, try to schedule times so that you can find a place and time to read, because it's very important. And he tells us to get our hands on everything that is a book, everything that has literature. It doesn't matter what format literature is coming in, or what medium literature is coming in. If it's an audiobook, whatever way you can read, because that's how you become a great writer. He tells us that himself, that when he's at the gym, when he's on the treadmill, he finds a book, he finds something to put in front of him to read while he's walking, while he's exercising. He reads in reading rooms, he reads in long lines, he reads wherever he is, he reads in his at home. He just reads and reads and reads, and we can see the fruits of his labor because he's a great writer. A lot of his works have been turned into movies. Everybody loves Stephen King. He's world renowned, and he's telling us his biggest secret, that he just reads a lot. I mean, 70 to 80 books, that's no joke. You really have to be committed, especially when you live in the world of 2020 when there's so many entertainment things out there. I mean, from Netflix to Hulu to all these streaming platforms, to all types of games and all types of entertainment. There's always something fighting for your attention. But books, on the other hand, it's interesting. It grabs your attention. It makes you think. It's good for you to write. It makes you understand words better. It makes you understand human behavior better. Books teach you a lot. Even if it's fiction, non-fiction, whatever it is, whatever you're reading, it teaches you a lot, because reading, it teaches you about culture, ethnicity, human behavior, love, romance, excitement. It teaches you about nature. It teaches you about time periods. It teaches you about history. You can watch the History Channel or read a history book, but when you read about history through the works of an author, if I want to read about slavery, right? I could read a history book, but if I want to see the perspective of an actual slave, I want to read a book that illustrates what slaves went to, what an actual slave is saying about slavery. That makes you understand the time better. That makes you understand the conditions better. And when you put pen to paper, you can just understand the world better and just how everything works better. So reading is essential. It's just what makes great writers. And every single writer, you can ask every single well-known writer, about reading and did they read, and they're going to tell you yes, because that's just how you make a great writer. They have to read everything from the works of Shakespeare, uh to Thoreau, to modern writers. No matter who they are, what they are, as long as it's literature, as long as it's coherent, and it's a published work, it's not gibberish. I mean, read a comic book, for heaven's sake. Read something. Just make sure it has words, and read and read and read. In terms of analysis, in terms of a deeper meaning in here, Stephen Crane's not giving us a narrative like he usually does. He's not giving us a story like he usually does. He's just telling you how to become a better writer. If you want to be a better writer, this is how you do it. You read, read, and read. You do it through trial and error. You read and read and read, and then you write and write and write, and wash and repeat, wash and repeat. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. That's the whole secret to becoming a great writer. That's the whole secret of just excelling in the writing field. And it's pretty much, and he even tells us this. Stephen Crane says it's pretty much in everything that you do. If you commit yourself to it, you're passionate about it, you have a drive for it, and you push yourself, and you read and you write, or you play sports, you do it 24/7. No matter what your dream is, no matter what you're trying to achieve, as long as you commit to it, you put hours to it, and you just go 100% full throttle at it, you're going to achieve it, and you're going to get better. That's just how the way it's always been. This is not something new under the sun. This is something that's been here forever. So that's what Stephen Crane is saying in this essay, and that's all I have to say about this essay. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment. Share this with your grandma, your granddaddy, whoever you want. Let them know about this channel. Let them know about these great summaries, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember to read.